You've done everything right, you followed the guides, you grinded the levels, and you picked the best gear. So why did your character still feel, I don't know, mid? Why are all their players with the same equipment hitting so much harder and surviving so much longer? The answer isn't another leveling guide. It's the system that is hidden in plain sight, scattered across every town in Midgard. It's called Enchanting, and today I'm going to show you how the top players use this system to get ridiculously powerful. You're not weak, you're just missing the final, most crucial piece of the puzzle. Let's be honest, it's one of the most frustrating feelings in any MMO. You pour hours into your character, you follow all the advice, but you just hit a wall. In dungeons, it feels like you're doing low damage. In PvP, you get absolutely melted in seconds. You start wondering what you're doing wrong. If you pick the wrong class, or maybe you're just not cut out for the endgame. I'm here to tell you your build isn't broken, your gear isn't bad, you've just been focusing on the wrong upgrades. Refining is great for raw power, sure, but it's generic. Enchanting is where you really define your characters. It's how you take a standard knight and turn them into a walking fortress, or transform a cookie cutter wizard into a glass cannon that can wipe an entire squad off the map. This is the system that can separate the good players from the great ones, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use it.
A crash course in enchanting.
So before we start hopping from town to town, let's quickly break down what enchanting even is. Basically, think of it as a custom stats for your gear. Unlike refining, which just gives you a basic power boost, enchanting lets you add very specific stats to your equipment. And we're not talking about simple strengths or intelligence bonuses. We're talking about game-changing stats like critical damage, magic penetration, haste, and special PvP bonuses. This is how you perfectly tune your character to your exact playstyle. The process is pretty simple. You gather some materials, enchantment stones, and a few regional items from life skills, and bring them to an enchantment master NPC in any major city. You pick your gear, pay a fee, and the game rolls a random enchantment for you from that town's list of stats. And here's the secret. Every town has a different menu of available stats. Knowing which town to go for your class is the key to unlocking your true power.
Prontera, the foundation of power.
Our first stop is Prontera, the city where most of us start out. Because of this, a lot of players write off its enchantments as just beginner stats, and that is a huge mistake. Prontera is the foundation for physical damage dealers, especially early on. The key stats you're looking for here are raw attack, dexterity, and haste. For any archer or thief, stacking dexterity from Prontera enchants on your gear or accessories gives you a massive damage boost in early to mid-game. For knights and blacksmiths, that flat attack bonus is amazing before you can get the fancier percentage bait stats later. The material here are easy to get. My advice for Prontera is to focus on your accessories first. Getting a solid roll of haste or dexterity on 2 accessories will make your grinding in early dungeon runs so much smoother and faster. Don't sleep on Prontera. It's the base that your whole foundation would be built on.
Morroc, the speed demon's paradise.
Next up, we're heading to the desert city of Morroc. If your whole playstyle is about attacking as fast as humanly possible, then this is your new home. Morroc is all about attack, speed, and haste. This is where assassins, auto-attack knights, and even some archer builds are really going to start to shine. While Prontera gives you a nice starting boost, Morroc is where you specialize in pure, relentless speed. The attack speed and haste you can get here are crucial for builds that rely on proccing effects from their basic attacks. More attacks per second mean more crits, more poison stacks, and more just about everything. Beyond speed, Morroc also offers some great PvP stats like flee and anti-crits, making it surprisingly good defense choice for agile classes. If you keep getting blown up by the critical hits, rolling for the anti-crits on your armor here can be a literal lifesaver. For materials, you'll want blazing stones for weapons, hardening stones for armor, and a gold stone for your accessories. If you're an assassin, seriously stop what you're doing and take your gear to Morroc. The stats here will fundamentally change how your character plays. This is how you're going to get from being just a damage dealer to a terrifying blur of blades.
Alberta, the Elementalist dream.
Alright, for all my elemental weapon users, the next stop is the lively port town of Alberta. This is the most important city for anyone who deals elemental damage. After chasing speed in Morroc, you'll likely be here for one thing: elemental attack and defense. Let me be clear. Fire element is the strongest element in ROX. It's one of the most broken stats for an attack, speed, critical hits, falcon sniper, and PV and PvP. You'll be able to hit everything with fire arrows and deal more damage without changing weapon elements, except changing to water for fire element monsters.
Izlude, the Mage's Armory.
Alright, for all my magic users, our next stop is the port town of Izlude. This is hands down the most important city in wizard and priest in the mid-game. While the physical classes are over in Morroc chasing speed, you're here for one thing, pure magical power. Izlude is where you can reliably get magic attack, intelligence, and the incredible important magic pen. Let me be clear, magic pen is one of the most broken stats for a wizard in both PvE and PvP. You can have all the magic attack in the world, but if your opponent has high speed magic defense, your damage gets cut in half. Magic pen slices right through that. Make sure your spells hit for their full nasty potential. This is also the place for priests to boost their supporting power. The SP and haste enchants in Izlude means you can cast heals and buffs more often without burning through your mana. To get these stats, you'll need the Tidal Current Stone for weapons, Crystallized Stones for armor, and Glowing Star Stones for accessories. For any magic class, enchanting your weapon and accessories in Izlude isn't a suggestion. It's a mandatory if you want to be effective in high level content. This is how you make sure your meteor storm actually feels like a meteor storm.
Geffen, the in-game destination.
Eventually, all roads lead to Geffen. When it comes to enchanting, Geffen is the undisputed king for every single class at the endgame. The enchantments you can get here are just in a different league, offering the best versions of the most powerful stats. Geffen is where you find the best of everything. The highest magic pen, the most critical damage, and powerful PvP bonuses you can't find anywhere else. This is the min-maxer's dream. Every top player you see, no matter their class, eventually brings their best gear to Geffen to hunt for those perfect gold tier enchantments. Whether you're a wizard maxing out your magic pen or a rogue squeezing out the last bit of critical damage, Geffen is the final stop. Of course, this power comes at a price. The materials are the hardest to get. You'll need goldstone for weapons, praying stones for armor, and rose crystal stones for accessories. Farming these is a huge part of the end game grind. My advice, don't even bother with Geffen until you have your final gear set and you're ready to commit to re-rolling for perfect stats. This isn't a mid-game stop. This is the final mountain you climb to become a legend.
So stop feeling like you're weak. Stop thinking your character is stuck. Your true power has been waiting for you this whole time, locked away in the enchantment menus of these cities. Go to Izlude and get the magic pin you need. Head over to Morroc and stack critical damage. That will let you delete people. Plan your final trip to Geffen to put the perfect touches on your build. This is the kind of depth that makes this game so good. It's not just about levels and gear score and DPS. It's about knowing how these systems work and how you have the knowledge that the top players use. You have the roadmap to real power. If this guide helped you out, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more guides that actually get into the good stuff. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment, let me know which town's enchantments you're going to first. What crazy build are you trying to make? Let's talk about it. Now go out there and be the powerhouse you were always meant to be.
Prontera? Prontera? Why do I want to say Cortana? Prontera. Prontera, right?
Fucking word. I hate it.